Finally got the boomer out. It was very hard because he's very heavy and he had all these like wires around him and they got stuck in his fat, so kind of hard to get him out, but finally got him out. He is huge, well, like size wise, not height, and I'll get to that later. But this bad boy is huge. He is like the heaviest Gears of War figure you'll find. He is so detailed, it's not even funny, and his weapon is huge. First boom shot ever made, so for figure. So, and it's huge. It can fit into other figures, hands such as like Carmine's, Hoffman, Marcus. It can fit into practically anyone's hands. It doesn't stay as well as the boomers because it's meant for the boomer, but the other figures can carry it for stop motions or display. So, just telling you guys. Okay, well, time to review this bad boy. Okay. His gun is huge, and I'll get to his gun later. Here, if I can get it out. His gun is, like, almost bigger, as big as the boomer. See a little size comparison there? Look, it's almost, it's like taller than his legs. Jeez, that's a big gun. Look, this is my hand. I have pretty big hands. It's like, that's pretty big. And it's not that heavy, but it's pretty big. Okay, I'm going to get to this later because this has a lot of reviewing to do. Okay, this has tons of detail, but I will start off with articulation. Articulation for the head, it is ballpoint, and since of the way the boomer is shaped, his neck and head is connected, so his neck and head is on ballpoint. His head cannot move separately, but, okay, his head slash neck it's ballpoint, so it can move side to side, up and down, and all around. So, very nice. There. Shoulders, they can move out that far. So big. And, then below the shoulders, it can spin 360 degrees around. Or, right there. And then his shoulders can also spin 360 degrees around, so. Okay, and then his elbows can bend. Okay, and then it can also spin 360 degrees around. Okay, and then his hands is on ballpoint, so it can move side to side, up and down, and all around in 360 degrees. Okay, that's the same for both arms, so I'm not going to review the other one. His body's separated into 3 different layers. Top is shoulders and head and chest. Third is his big fat belly, and second is his big fat belly. Then his third's his legs. So and then the top layer can spin 360 degrees around. The fat can only move that way. So because of this part right here gets caught on the plastic chain things, or rubber chain things. Then the legs can only spin that far as well. So, and then for the legs, it can just spin 360 degrees around. And then for the knees, it can spin 360 degrees around. And then it can bend a little. Not much, but just a little. Okay, now detail. The detail on this is amazing. It's beastly. Look at his face detail. It's got tons of wrinkles, like lines in them, cracks. He's even got 2 holes for ears, just like Ram right there. Just like Ram. His face is so detailed. Very nicely done. His teeth are yellow. His head is small because we all know his brains is very small, but his destruction is big. But so long as he gets the job done, I guess he's good, I guess. But armor is very nicely painted and coated for being the first boomer made in a figure. He's even got like damage and bullets and tons of bolts. They gotta like bolt his armor on. See, look at those bolts. Then you can see his back and his back fat. Look at that. Someone needs to lay off McDonald's, big boy. And he's got tons of these chain hooks, so chains can hook onto him so the Beast Riders can train him and keep control of him. And I love the paint color for red. I love it. They picked an excellent color for it. And he's even positioned the way of a boomer in the game. He's kind of slunching over and acting all big, tough. But detail's amazing on this thing. Even his fat's wrinkled and detailed as well. His boots are huge. Look at those boots. Jeez. Very detailed though. Very big, detailed. Big and detailed. Then his shoes. Most of his boot-like armor takes up most of his boots, so you can't really see much of his boot. His, boots are, strapped on very tightly. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for detail, but detail is amazing on this. I think this has, the most detail out of any Gears of War figure I've ever seen. But, now to the disappointing part. I was all hyped up for the boomer. Oh, it's gonna be so big, the biggest Locust ever. Yeah, well, quick size comparison. Yeah, it's about the same size as a Carmine. In fact, shorter. Look at that, it's shorter than a Carmine. When they're supposed to be this big. Are you kidding me? The Carmine should be that big to him. And I did not mean to go that low. So, that low. But, no. Seriously, that big, really? Really? That's a little small, don't you think? So, get out of here, cat. Pussy cat. But okay, now, I wish they would have made him bigger, but what are you gonna do about it? They already made it, but, oh well. It should be this big, so, it should be about this big compared to what he is right now. But, oh well. I wish they would have made him taller. Hopefully they make the Grinder and Mauler taller. And Butcher, because they're supposed to come out next year. Next fall. Or the Grinder's supposed to come out in Series 6. And I don't know about the rest. Because I'm not informed about that yet. But hopefully they make them bigger. Else I'm not really going to get them. Except I might get them anyways. Because I want them all. But I wish they would have made him bigger. That's the only complaint about this. Everything else is perfect. Perfect, except height-wise and reality size. But that's pretty much it for the boomer. Now, this cat is really annoying me. Oh, you're getting out of here, cat. Okay, now, the boomer. Boomer. Okay, the boom shot, I mean. If I've been saying boomer, sorry about that. Boom shot. Okay. Whenever the boomer's about to shoot the boom shot, he's like, boom. Okay. Now, on to the boom shot. Okay, time for the boom shot. The biggest gun ever made so far for Gears of War. It is very detailed, and it is very big. It's twice as big as Ram's Troika, and like I said before, it can go into mostly any Gears of War figure's hands, so it's great for stop motions, display, anything. So, okay, detail is amazing. It's got the same red color as the boomer himself, so nicely painted on there. And some parts are scratched off from battle damage, very nice. And it's got some cog symbols on the ammo pack. I don't know if you can see it on the camera because it's tiny. But there's the ammo pack. It's huge. The ammo pack is huge. And then the ammo, you put it in there, it shoots through this pipe and comes out the middle one. So very nice. It's got pressure holes so it doesn't explode from pressure shot from the huge bullets or bombs. And it's just very detailed. Very nicely detailed. And on the bottom it's got a slope so figures' hands can go in there and grasp it pretty nicely. It's got a bandage on the handle so it doesn't slip out of his hands, and the boom's got to struggle to try and pick it up. But yeah, it's very detailed. Even on the pipes, it's got little screw marks they put in there, little lines they scraped in there. Very nicely scraped though, so it's not like a crappy job. It's very good. The trigger right here, boom. Very nice. Amazing detail. Best gun ever. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for detail on the gun. Okay. So, you got so it's 10 out of 10 for detail on the gun. And there's no articulation, so, yeah. Okay, and then for the boomer, 6 out of 10 for articulation, because it's not all that great. And they could add a little more articulation, but oh well. But 10 out of 10 for for detail, because detail is amazing for this. I'm not even joking. Amazing detail for the boomer. but height-wise, it sucks, so